What's up guys, Austin here. I'm stoked to show you this truck that I finished customizing. I bought it and now I'm looking to actually give it to you guys. This is perfect for a contractor or someone looking to get in the service-based industry. And I built it the way I would want it, and I might even keep it. But if you make me an offer, I might sell it. So let's just jump straight into the cool stuff. I can't wait to show you what engine is in it. I added the rack. I added these toolboxes. Toolboxes are sweet. This bottom one opens up like this. This top one has the absorbers. Opens up like that. Very well secured. That's not going anywhere. Mounted through the top rail. So those don't budge. You move those at all, you can pack those full, no problem. This is a very high rated rack. I think it's like 1,000 or 2,000. I know that's a big difference, but it's the higher one. Can't remember what the highest one was rated for, but it's the strongest one you could buy. Also, plenty of tread, Michelin tires all the way around, 4 matching tires, which is great. So I'm just going to give you a walkthrough. Just a good view all the way around. And then we'll start to get into the customizations. Note these lights. Now that we're here, check out the Rhino Line bed. Super low mileage. Only 37,000 miles on it, which is like unheard of. And the reason I think that this is a 2-owner, I'm the second owner. The reason I think they got rid of it is because it was a fleet vehicle, very well maintained, and the engine is just too big for the fleet company. And that's because they all go to 6-cylinder, and it's not cost effective to keep these running for a super powerful V8. Note rear disc brakes, which is super important if you tow a trailer. So the braking capability is super high. And I'm not going to turn on the car because it'll stop the video since this phone is synced. But everything is super legit, purrs like a kitten. The oil pressure is always super past the medium to the high side, which means that the pressure is fine. I believe that's either coolant or transmission. That is always super low unless you're driving a long time. It barely gets to halfway. It's always on the low side. And then obviously you have, oh no, that's your coolant temp. That always gets to the middle, and I believe that's transmission. Correct me if I'm wrong. But anyways, let's jump right into some of the upgrades that I did. So this came with a stock radio. This was a fleet vehicle. I switched it over to a touchscreen. It has CarPlay, so when you turn on the car, it automatically syncs. And when I turn on the vehicle, it has a rear camera and a rear beeping noise that's connected to the horn. So when you put it in reverse, it goes beep, 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 beep. So that's customization. Also, the camera, I had to run the camera through the dash, up here, down, underneath the car with the additional wiring, all the way to back here. And I drilled that hole and glued the camera. So it has a functioning backup camera that makes noises. So if you're pulling out a Home Depot, especially with these toolboxes on here, you have extra assist. Also, if you want a CB radio, it's wired, which is not included, but we have an antenna there for like a police scanner or CB radio. So that's an option as well. This switch right here is for the forward camera and the reverse camera. It does all-time recording, and there's a fuse hooked up to it, and it can record while it's parked or just when you're driving. So you can leave it on. I've left it on for several days, not driven, and it didn't drain the battery, but you could drain the battery if you left it on. But let's go ahead and flip that on. You're gonna see that blue light come on, and in just a second, it's gonna come on, and now it's recording. So there's another one.
Start recording.
You hear that? Start recording. So there's another one in the rear that you can flip this when you start driving. So in case there is an accident, you know, your boss or your technician, if you're giving this to a technician, you know exactly what's going on. This one is for the hazard lights that I wired in. And I'm a licensed general contractor, so all the wiring is hooked up to a fuse, properly spliced into hots and heat shrinked, wrapped, and then those heat shrinks are also waterproof. It's overkill, but everything's routed properly with covers and zip ties as well. So let's go ahead and turn on the hazards. This is the secondary hazards. So I put these parking lights here just because I thought it looked cool. And then these have a multi-pattern. This multi-pattern can be changed by touching the brown wire that's on the back side to the neutral, I believe, or something like that. It's the brown wire basically to the red wire. And we have these hazard lights in the rear. Again, we have these brand new toolboxes, which aren't cheap at all. And the reason I installed them is because I think they look great and they're super practical. So I think that is definitely one of the bonuses here. Has a spare. When I bought it, it didn't come with a spare, so I bought a spare, and there's about a half-used tire on there. And for the most part, it's a very low mileage, high functioning vehicle. Note that it's a flex fuel, meaning you can use ethanol, the yellow fuel at the gas pump. But that being said, I just use 87, and then I'll add like a Lucas additive if I wanted to like soup it up, and I'll tell you why. Because it has a 5.0, baby. Yes, it has the Coyote engine, the same engine as a Mustang GT. I have a 1992 5.0, and I know it's Ford's most reliable engine, but it's not practical for a fleet. So this is more like, I want to call this the boss's contractor truck. So that's what I'm going to call it. Yeah, that might even be the title of this video. But anyways, when you start it up and you put it in reverse, you have your secondary horn. It goes beep, beep, beep. Super loud. New battery. Clean the entire engine. This took me like 12 hours in itself. Again, this is a 2012 Ford F-150 with a 5.0. Two-wheel drive. A couple other cool features is it has 3 seats, but I keep it down. It has a cup holder here. It has 2 USBs that are connected to the stereo. There's for a CB radio or scanner, and for the walkie-talkie if you want to hang it. Let's turn off those hazards. This is for a light bar. This is the main power to the light bar. This will turn on and light up, and then this will toggle through the different options. I have not put a light bar up here yet, but it is wired for one, but I haven't installed it yet. I just wanted to get this video out and see if anyone wanted it. But this is completely wired in to do a multi-toggle LED light bar. You can get a really nice one off of Amazon. That's what I do with my truck. And I avoided all the mistakes that I had done in the past. And for the most part, it's the perfect contractor truck. Has the 5.0, great tires, low mileage, with wired in stereo system, front and rear all-time recording camera with a toggle switch, option already wired in LED light bar to put on that front if you want to have nighttime function or front time hazards in addition to what you already have. Right here, cleaned everything, detailed the inside there. Everything's super clean. I wired everything properly. None of the plastic clips are broken. This could be removed as well. I put that on here for the back of my phone just to hook up to that because it's magnetic. AC blows super, super hard and super cold. I also want to mention that I did wire a microphone up here and I tested it. So when you do phone calls, I actually tested it with somebody on the phone on speaker and they can hear me better through like regular car mic than they can my phone mic when it's on the phone speaker, which is great news. This actually also has GPS. This is the GPS node. And the door panels are all in good functioning order. And I'm surprised how much space it has behind the seats. But overall, the perfect work truck. Basically brand new. Low mileage. The boss's truck with several upgrades. Again, quick review of the upgrades. Rack, toolboxes, hazard lights, cameras, stereo, reverse, good microphone, GPS, and yeah, that's about it, guys. If you guys are interested in making an offer, I'm going to include my email down in the description of this video, or go back to the listing. Sorry, this isn't included. This is from a tech. Level up, baby. Where was I? But yeah, respond to the listing and I will get back to you. I think this is going to go quick. If you lowball me, I probably won't answer. I know that these trucks that do similar function and have low mileage, contractors will tie themselves into, $50,000 to $100,000 worth of debt and make a car payment for 6 to 8 years. So why don't you just make me a fair offer, all cash, and you'll have a super clean work truck that you can detail out, wrap, put your logo on there, show up the job sites proud, land lots of work, and make $500,000 or more in a year. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.